Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. Right, that bloody war boss is dead. Probably should have picked up some of that ammo before I left, but oh well.
Finally, some good news.
I'm gonna have to close this curtain too a bit. That's better, I can actually see my screen now.
The faster the better. Those orcs slowed us down.
And gave Nemoth time to prepare his invasion. We must get to the Titan and destroy that warp gate.
Still, with the war boss dead, that orc horde will, I won't say fall apart, but they'll get a lot more fragmented and scattered. There'll still be a serious problem, but it's the difference between...
The orcs are running scared.
Yeah.
What's happened?
The captain dealt with their war boss once and for all.
We have a chance now.
Yeah.
Bolster your defenses. The demon host will not be so easy to frighten off.
Good luck, Titus. All our hopes are with you.
Yes, as I say, it's the difference between a flood that's deliberately coming to try and kill you and a flood that's just generally, going around and will kill you if it gets the opportunity.
Marines, this is Princeps Enoch aboard Titan Invictus.
This is Captain Titus. What is the status of the Titan?
My crew and I are aboard Invictus, but she's immobilized.
There's absolutely no point to be picking up these weapons because I can't use them, but...
Understood.
Actually thinking about it, I think I know which segment of the game is coming up. So, I'm going to do something I almost never do. I'm going to swap to a Thunder Axe because I need the long-range firepower. Wish I had a las cannon actually, because that's quite useful for this next segment. Still, work with what you have. Okay. Bloody Chaos Cultists. Oh, at least they pop like balloons, though. I mean, look at that. Oh yes. As I say, I'm not kidding about how cathartic this game is. It's just so damn violent that you can't help but really, botheration. I love the fact he just stands there while the grenade goes off at his feet. And they're not even bothering taking out the cultists because they're just barely a threat. Execute them and pop them like zits. Now that guy with the plasma cannon, he's a threat. Oh! I say that's the one problem this game has. It's got a few clipping issues with regards to if you pull off the execution moves near walls and things. They'll quite often go through them. I mean, the move will pull off fine, so it doesn't really affect the gameplay. It's just a bit weird to watch. Ooh, plasma gun. Get the plasma gun. I need the las cannon. Thank you. Because this is actually a really good weapon combination. You've got the bolter for mid-range, the melter gun for close range, and the las cannon for long range. And then the power axe for when things get really, really up close and personal. See what I mean about there being lots of ranged guys in this section now? So I say, I'd much prefer to have my Thunder Hammer, but I say it's a trade-off, You want the best melee weapon? Fair enough. Well, you're limited to only a couple of long-range weapons. And to be fair, there is a decent amount of variety in the weapons and things in this game, so I can't complain about that. Would I have liked to see power swords as well as power axes? Oh yeah, because I'm more of a sword guy than a... hell. Chaos Sorcerer. Fantastic. Suffer not the witch to live. Purge the heretic. Burn the unclean. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. I'm not kidding, that's an actual 40k quote. And it really does sum up their universe really well. They're incredibly dogmatic, and they refuse to have an open mind on anything. No, because as far as they're concerned, that's heresy. So I actually really like the 40k universe. It's one of the few examples of a utterly dark universe that I think works genuinely excellently. Ah, hell. In case you're wondering, those guys have las cannons. And so do I. Damn it. I might die here. Got him. Killed him. Okay. Oh, right through the head. Hey. One hit, one kill. Got another one. I mean, it gives you an example of just how tough, you know, Space Marine and Chaos Space Marine armor is, given that las cannons are built to take out tanks, and they're surviving multiple hits from one. Got him. Health situation's a bit low, but I'll cope. Okay, Marines. Let's go. Go, go, go. As I say, I really like the variety in the armor designs in this game. Because the multiplayer actually does one really sensible thing. It lets you, lets you really modify your armor as much as you want.
It is a noble and worthy thing.
Yeah, there's not as many options as I would like, but it does at least let you do the full, you know, painting every part of it as if it was a Warhammer miniature, which is really nice. You know, I tend to go with a pure white Marine armor for the simple reason that I'm deliberately referencing the Lunar Wolves, which was Horus's original legion before, you know, he renamed them the Sons of Horus, and they eventually became the Traitor Legion. They eventually became the Black Legion, but you can't blame the original members for that. Yeah, Titan Invictus. Oh yes. I love Titans. Gorgeous things.
We can bring devastation to the invaders. The renegades have it well guarded.
I mean, it was, what did it say? Was it a Warlord class Titan? Warlords are, you know, pretty big, pretty powerful. Then they've got nothing on Imperator class Titans, of course, because those, well, a lot of those literally have cathedrals on their backs, and that's just such a wonderful idea. Because I maintain the Warhammer 40k universe has what is effectively a perfect mix of brilliance and idiocy, in a way that just makes it utterly fantastic. Yeah, there are some ideas that are so ridiculous that they can't help but be wonderful, even if they are completely ridiculous. Oh boy. That's the main thing you've got to be careful of when fighting these Chaos guys. Even the cultists have enough firepower to strip your shields if you're not careful. Nope, come here. Goodbye, ugly. One of those guys just yelled death to Ultramar. He bothered checking which chapter we are. But don't get me wrong, I appreciate the effort. It's nice to know that your enemy's paying attention to you. So I'm pretty sure these guys are... Actually, yeah, these guys are probably Black Legion, aren't they? I'd have to check, because I'm not honestly that certain. Yeah, you've got to be careful of these guys. They are pretty tough. Unless you put 4 rounds of melter ammo through. Yeah, it took almost half of my supply of melter gun ammo to take that guy out. Okay, grab him. And down you go. Oh! Yeah, that chain axe ain't going to help you much, mate, is it?
That elevator will get us to the mooring clamp controls.
Good.
I will take care of the clamps. You and Leandros get the doors to the Manufactorum open.
Understood, Captain.
Okay, let's split up then. This section coming up is what I really need the long-range weaponry for.
You are a cog in the glorious machine.
You're a cog in the glorious machine. Okay. Apparently I've picked up lots of ammo then. Yes, I do love the 40k universe. I feel like that's all I'm really saying on this Let's Play, but...
We must use it to supercharge your weaponry.
The power source. The rights involved in using it safely. Only the High Fabricator himself.
Unless we act now, an entire Chaos fleet will hang over your forge world.
Then we improvise. Let's face it, in the fight against Chaos, they are authorized to do pretty much whatever the hell they think is necessary.
Weapons authorization.
Ooh, Stormbolter.
Ultramarine chapter. The
Stormbolters
Emperor with you, Space
are
Marine.
basically two bolters duct taped to each other, to all intents and purposes. Yeah, you can see it there. I'm not going to use it for the simple reason that I don't particularly like Stormbolters. They're too inaccurate. You know, it really is just spray a whole bunch of bullets in the direction of the enemy and hope to God some of them stick.
Mooring clamps released.
Mooring clamps
Invictus
released.
powering up now.
My battle brothers will have the gates open shortly. Maneuver
Get Invictus
Invictus
moving.
close to the topmost gantries. I'm coming aboard.
Yes, Captain.
At least the Precept in charge of that Titan has the sense to be nervous. It is a Precept who's in charge of a Titan, isn't it? I'd have to double check that with the 40k wiki. Jeez, I hate these things. These things are what you need the extra firepower for. Yeah. If I just shoot Invictus by accident, I mean, it'll be fine, it's incredibly tough. I hate these bloody things because they take a lot of firepower to bring down. I mean, it's literally just a gun and some propellers. Well, and probably a Chaos Demon in there somewhere, I would have thought. Given that most things that the forces of Chaos use that are effectively automated have a Chaos Demon in them somewhere. Seriously, I'm losing this bloody fight to this thing. Thank you. God, I hate those things. I did really pathetic there. You know, I'm man enough to admit when I'm doing terrible. Okay, melter gun, last cannon.
I have a target for you. The orbital spire.
Spire?
Yes,
Captain, it is a masterwork of the machine god.
we know.
It's feeding energy into the warp gate above it.
And it's
If we
been
are to stop
corrupted
this
by
invasion,
chaos.
The spire must fall.
I understand.
You know, I think the machine god would understand you destroying one of his works in order to save one of the Emperor's worlds. Especially given that, according to a lot of the beliefs of the Mechanis, the way they reconcile the fact that you know, the Tech Priests of Mars have their own religion is to basically say that they're the same religion,
Captain, I will obey
because the
orders.
O-Messiah, who is the physical manifestation of the machine god, is actually the Emperor.
The apse is below you, Captain.
Still, either way, we're about to go into another combat sequence, so that's a pretty decent point to end this part and say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next.